Greetings from Heathrow Airport. I am currently sitting in Terminal 5 waiting for my flight because I am off to New York, John F. Kennedy Airport to be precise, which is in the borough of Qheens actually. There are 5 boroughs in New York which I'll be giving you more info on, more videos from there, more thoughts from there. But at the moment I'm sitting in Terminal 5, which is the British Airways terminal. And I'm going to be on board a flight 7 hours to New York, and hopefully it's a pretty smooth flight. I think most of the flights are getting back to normal, even though BA have had a bit of a letdown in the last few weeks with a lot of cancellations, but this seems to be back on track now, and I can see a lot more people at the airport today as well, so hopefully I'll be giving you some footage of the terminal as well. And it's a lot more crowded. It's a lot more crowded than when I went to Pakistan. It's a lot more crowded than when I went to India as well. So, and it's a dedicated BA terminal as well. So hopefully it's a good flight, 7-hour flight. It's a morning flight. I don't really like morning flights. I prefer the night ones where you can sleep. What are you going to do for 7 hours? So hopefully it's a good flight, and hopefully once I get there, the trip in the US, let's see how it is post-pandemic. I've heard some things, let's see if they're true or not, which I'll indulge you with when I'm there. But hopefully I'm hoping that it's a good trip. Actually it's 2 years late because I actually booked this for March 2020, but then the pandemic happened, and then Donald Trump signed that executive order that banned international travel, that only reopened I think back in November last year, November 2021. So it's 2 years and a while, just over 2 years actually. So this trip is late. But let's see how it is. Let's see how the US is post-pandemic, because it's been a few years since I've ventured out that way. It's my either my 5th trip to New York or 6th. I'm not sure, I'll have to check. But hopefully some things will be the same, some things will be different. I'm looking forward to seeing the new attractions there, seeing some of the old ones that I've seen as well. So let's see how this trip to New York goes. Probably will visit another couple of cities as well. I'm not really decided on which ones. New York definitely. After that I'll see, but I'm hoping to do another 2 cities at least. So we'll see. We'll see what the internal travel in the US is like. I've never actually done train travel in New York, and I haven't actually done bus travel in New York. So let's see how it is. just reached JFK Airport, which is located in Queens. Just got out of the terminal. Immigration was pretty quick. The airline, the less I say about it, the better. But British Airways standards have gone down severely. I'm a big fan of actually the airlines in the Middle East now. Emirates, Qatar Airways, Etihad, the service, the food, everything about them is miles better. The European airlines have come down a few notches, I have to say. But I'm in New York, so I'm not going to bother babbling on about the airline. But I'm going to catch the air train now that takes me into Manhattan, where is my next stop. So hopefully I'll see you just on the air train. Just got off at Terminal 7, which is where my flight landed. And I am going to catch the air train to Howard Beach. And from there, I'm going to get the train into Lower Manhattan, the subway into Lower Manhattan, I should say. I've got to get my terms right now that I'm in the USA. So I'm getting on the subway. I think it's the MTA, but I'll learn about a bit more about that when I get closer. But at the moment, I'm just circling around JFK Airport. I'm going to keep an eye as to where I am. So Terminal 8 at the moment, as the guy said, as the tannoy said. So I've got to get to Howard Beach station, and from Howard Beach I've got to make my way to Lower Manhattan. I've got to stop at Fulton Street. I've got a pretty good idea of Manhattan actually, because I've been here a number of times before. But I've never used the air train before. I always get a taxi. But this time I thought I'd get an air train, make a video out of it, and it's something different, I guess. So let's see, next stop Howard Beach. I don't want to miss that. I'll keep an eye on it. Just in Howard Beach station. I've just arrived here on the air train from JFK Airport. It cost me $10.75 for the card. $2.75 is actual subway fare from here to Lower Manhattan. The rest of it is the air train fare. And you pay all in one go, and you get one of these cards, these Metro cards, and it cost me $10.75. So I would say, rather than getting a taxi, well, it might be good if you get a taxi and there's a lot of you, but if you're, say, on your own, or one or two of you, it's better to get the air train and then get the subway into Manhattan. And I'm going into Lower Manhattan, so I'm at Howard Beach station, and I'm getting off at Fulton Street because I'm not too far from the Wall Street area, which is where I'm staying. If you're staying more towards the Times Square, more towards Midtown, then get off at the Jamaica station, which was a few further stops away from Howard Beach. But I think on the whole, I think it's been quite worthwhile, because why pay for a taxi when it's going to take you a similar amount of time to get in with a on the subway? So buy one of these Metro cards. These Metro cards, they are so handy, and they're used time and time again as well, so you can use them for many journeys to get them in to your places in New York.